Well, today I'm heading up to Elliott Creek, Goat Lake. I chose a relatively flat trail today with no snow, mostly because I'm still missing skin from crashing last weekend during the Capital Stage race, and glissading is not really an option right now. So Aaron is up climbing Mount Eleanor today so they can glissade down, and I am just going to wander up about 10 miles. It'd be a good test for my feet, see if they hurt. If they don't, I'm going to go a little extra, do a few extra miles just to see how they do, and I'll check back in later. Here I am, meandering up the trail. Rained all day yesterday. Looks like the clouds trying to kind of clear out. It's been misting all day trying to get up here. This is kind of cool. Big log over the trail with little trees growing on it. So this is hiking in the Pacific Northwest. Very green, very mossy, clean air, and cloudy. But that's just a given because it's the Pacific Northwest and a La Nina weather pattern, which they say is over, but I think they're full of it. So anyway, that's just a little glimpse of the trail and the big tree in front of me. So Hammer Gel has a new flavor, Montana Huckleberry. However, seems to be missing a lot of huckleberry flavor. A small little hint, but not enough. Anyway, so I'm gonna eat this on the way up. I don't feel like eating a Luna bar or an Odwalla bar. And kind of ended up in the new growth forest here. Apparently it's been logged a while back. Skies are slowly getting clear. Hopefully the sun will come out soon, because it is June. I'm tired of the rain, and I am really sore. My legs are sore, my back's sore. Stupid med ball. I think it's trying to kill me or something. This is supposed to be actually a wildflower hike. Wildflowers are coming out. You can see they're slowly getting there. But with the weather we've had this year, it's kind of late blooming. So I'm sure I'll probably be out here again in a couple weeks with Aaron's camera and Aaron, and taking the whole day to take pictures. I just passed a smaller group of 3 people trying to find a dry spot to eat some lunch. It's the Pacific Northwest and La Nina year. There's no such thing. But anyway, maybe they should bring a chair or a tarp. Then there'd always be a dry spot to sit on. Crazy Creek is the only way to go with a chair. So here we are. I think this is McIntosh Falls. I'm not sure. Let's show on the map what they are. But definitely wouldn't want to come down that. You can see they keep going and on down the mountainside. So I think I'm fairly close to the lake now. According to the GPS unit, I've gone 4.91 miles. It should be around 5 to get to the actual lake. So I'm gonna hike back up out of here, get back to the trail, and then I'll check back in when I get to the lake. So here's a common sign when you're hiking and backpacking in the Cascades. Usually it's anything above 4,000 feet, not allowed to have fires. Every now and then they put them a little lower. Another thing, for some reason there's a big cable, probably from the old logging days. Anyway, looks like I'm at the lake, and check it out, eat some lunch, maybe walk around the far side. And here's another sign. It says Goat Lake. No campfires. Campsites have to be 200 feet away from the lake. Another common thing around here. So I'll check back in. Well, here's Goat Lake. There's been a couple avalanches I've heard over on that area, so that was kind of cool. And actually up over there by those falls, I just saw there's actually some goats. So now I know there's goats at Goat Lake. Anyway, so now I'm trying to wander around that direction, trying to find a good spot for lunch. And unless I do a lot of bushwhacking, I'm not going to be able to make it to the other side. But, you know, I've got nothing but time, so maybe I'll give it a shot. Well, here's my view for lunch. I think that is Foggy Mountain over there. Proper name today. Let's zoom out a little bit so you can see a little better. Over by that waterfall over there is where the goats are, so you can only see little tiny specks moving around. And way up there that you can't see is Sloan Peak, which is kind of a climber's mountain. Tops out at like 78, just over 7,800 feet. Man, I think you can scramble part of it, but the rest of it you need ropes and protection to get up. So I'm about to pack up, get out of here, go back down to the car. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll just sit here for a while. Kind of nice. Hopefully that little chipmunk doesn't come steal any of my food. He's slowly working his way over here, but that's alright. I'll give him a few crackers or something. So that up there is Sloan Peak. Like just shy of 7,900 feet, kind of a climber's mountain again. Couple waterfalls coming off snow melt. I'm on my way back down, just had some lunch, and a big party of people showed up, so I decided I'm gonna get out of here. So I'm on my way down. Something about the Pacific Northwest, when they talk about old growth, this is what it is. Down there, that's probably, I don't know, 12-foot diameter. There's another one right next to it, a little bit smaller, but not much. So that's what they all used to log around here. There's another one right behind me. Pretty monstrous tree that's half dead. So all the rest of the stuff is all new growth from being logged. You can still see some of the logging evidence. A couple more big trees right in front of me. A couple more down there. Then you start getting into like down there all the new growth, alder stuff and whatever else they have growing around here. Which is kind of a shame because the old stuff is pretty neat. Pretty big. But hopefully someday the new stuff will be just as big. Not in my lifetime though. So the trail has a bit of a loop to it. I'm walking back on the upper trail. I walked in on the lower trail. This one appears to have a few more waterfalls on it, like the last video I took. However, I'm glad I'm getting out now. There's a lot of people going up downside of this trail apparently, since I've never been on it. Now I know. So the valley down below is where I was on the trail getting up to the lake. I'm above it on the upper trail. And up, you can see Sheep Mountain is on the left side. And I don't have the map that goes farther than that, so I don't know what is up in the middle there. So I'm going to find that out when I get home. So I think I'm almost back to the car. Just almost at 10 miles. I probably have another 1.5 miles, 2 miles to go, which is good. So this concludes my trip to Goat Lake, Elliott Creek. Wasn't bad. A lot of people started showing up. As you can see, the amount of cars have pretty much tripled since I got here. And for those of you who haven't seen, here is my beautiful rally car, the Rocket. Wonderful car. Bought it 4 years ago for $700 and it's still running. I don't know why. I don't ask. Change the oil once a year whether it needs it or not. Probably clean off my back window before I leave. So anyway, stay tuned for more adventures of Robot.